Yo, what's up YouTube? So today we got a review on the Hoppin bed lift spinner kit. So I'm gonna open it up. So the first thing we have inside is some wire, a switch box with some stuff in it. Check that out in a second. One long zip tie and two small zip ties. We also have part of the lift, two pieces. The motors and gears, the instructions, and last but not least, all the way at the bottom, there is a small sheet of styrene for the bed cover. Okay, so inside the switch box we have some plastic nuts, parts for the scissor lift, parts for the spinning part, and a small bag of parts that we'll take a look at. Alright, and inside the bag we have an assortment of metal bars, two alligator clips with covers, two push button switches, two plastic grommets, and some string. The first step is to get your truck bed and cut out the floor. The next step is to take your styrene sheet and glue it on to the bed using some super glue, like so. Next step is to find a center, and we're going to be doing that using a pencil or a marker, and you want to mark a line corner to corner from each corner to find the center. Okay, the next step after finding the center is to get a 7/32 drill bit and a drill hole in the middle. Next step, we want to get the plastic grommet with the shorter side, add some glue to that, and glue it into the hole, like so. The next step is to assemble the lift. You want to take one of these with the posts and the bottom part, and you want to put it in the second hole over. And then you want to grab one of the straight ones and lay it through the middle, like so. And then you want to take another straight one, place it on top, and then take another flat one with the holes and lay it on top of those two. And you want to use the plastic nuts to secure them. And then you want to get another one with the posts and put it through these two, like so. You want to take your top piece and remember to put it in that second hole. Then take another one of these to cap it all off, like so. And then you want to use the plastic nuts included to cap off all of the ends. The next step after you have it done to both sides is you want to take your dancer motor and you want to slide it in, like so. And just push it all the way through until it reaches the bottom, like that. You should hear it click into place. And then you want to get your bed and pop it on there, like so. After that, once you have it flipped around like this, you want to try to spin it, and if anything hits like that, you want to take off all the plastic until it spins freely. The next step is to get the whole assembly and place it onto the chassis, line up the wheel wells, and check if it's sitting level with the body, and also if it's sitting flat. If it's rocking like that, if you have any sort of wheel arches like that, you want to file them down smooth until it sits flat. Next step is to get your interior tub or your chassis. You can also do this on the floor of your chassis, and get your Big Daddy Jackson and glue it down on the left side. Find a place to put it down and glue it, like so. You could also get a small drill bit, drill 2 holes on each side of the motor, and use the long zip tie to hold it down. Just find it a little easier just to glue it down. You can use hot glue or you can use super glue. The next step is to get a drill bit and drill a hole directly under the motor shaft. After that, you want to take a small plastic grommet that's included in the kit and push it through the hole until it locks in, like so. The next step is to glue your interior tub in. Next step is to get your lift and install these 2 bars on each side. They just push in. And then you want to take your lift, make sure the metal bar is facing backwards, this one right here. And you want to place it on chassis and position it where it lines up with the body, and glue this piece down. The next step after that is if you have any body locators, trim them off. I trimmed off 2 on each side. And then on the back, if If this piece hangs over the back end, you're fine, but if not, drill a hole right under this bar and attach the second grommet. Okay, and the next step after drilling that hole right there is to lift this up and tie your string to that bar. After you have that tied on right there, you want to get the string and put it over the other metal bar like so. Flip this whole piece back and pull it out. And then you're going to want to get the end of the string and feed it through the hole right there. And after we have it through this hole, we're going to get the end of the string and put it under the axle like so. And if you have any kind of rubbing, let's say on your axle or whatever, you want to take the included metal bars, bend them, and drill 2 holes on each side and glue them in, just so it slides around easier. And then you want to take your end of the string and put it through the hole over here and feed it all the way up to where the motor is. And after you have it through the hole in the top, you want to get the end of the string and the small plastic gear, and you want to feed the end of the string through there like so. And then you want to take it and push it onto the motor. Just put it on there and then squeeze it on like so. And the next step is to get both of the wires included, and you want to cut the black one into 2 pieces, one 26-inch piece and one 10-inch piece. Then you want to take your white wire and you want to cut it into 3 pieces, 2 18-inch pieces and one 10-inch. After you have those pieces cut, you want to take the longest piece of black wire, which is the 26-inch, and you want to solder it onto the negative side of your motor. After you have that side soldered on, you want to take one white wire, 18 inches, and you want to solder it onto the positive side like so. After you have those 2 wires soldered on, the next step is to get your 10-inch black wire and solder it to the negative side. After you have this wired on, you want to take the shortest black wire, which is the 10-inch, and make sure that it runs under here. I have the bed off just so you can see better. It's also easier to do. So you're going to take it through and you're going to solder it onto the negative side of the smaller motor. Next step is to grab your 18-inch white wire and solder it onto the positive side, and then slip it through here all the way through the bottom like you did the other one. After you have those soldered in there, then you can take your motor and place it back through. The next step is to get your push button switches and put them through here on the switch box, and then you want to take your lock washer. That goes on first, and then after your nut goes on second, and you tighten that down, and you do that with both of them. After you have both of those on, you want to take your power bar. This is the smallest and the skinniest bar that is included, and solder it on to each side of the prongs on, doesn't matter what side, but if you're having trouble soldering it on, you can sand it down and that'll help it stick better. Next, you want to take the wire off of one of your motors off the positive side and solder it onto the other end. And after you're done with that, you want to take the wire coming off the positive side of the other motor and solder it onto the opposite button. Next, after you have those 2 wires soldered on, you want to take your last 10-inch piece and solder it to the side of the prongs with the power bar. The next step after you have it all in there is you want to take your wire coming off the switch box and twist the end. And then you want to take the rubber cover and slide it over like so. And then you want to take your alligator clip and slip the wire through the hole from the inside like so. And you want to fold it back, put this between these 2 ears, and then you want to use some pliers to fold over the ears and hold it on there. For that, you can add a drop of solder right there, and then you want to pinch this onto something and slide the rubber cover over like so, and then you want to do that with the positive wire. The next step is to tidy up all the wiring with the included zip ties, and then put on your cab and your bed, and you're ready to test it. Now I got it hooked up to a 7.4 volt battery, and we're going to test it out. So this is the rear lift, and then this is the spin. It's hitting on that wire right now, but there it is. As you can see, it works pretty good. You can get the bed to spin pretty fast, although I would recommend just tapping the button so it doesn't flip over. This kit is available on Hoppin website. I'll have the link down in the description below. I would not recommend this for beginners or anyone who hasn't tried any of the other kits. It's a little more complicated than the other ones, but overall it's a great kit for someone who knows what they're doing. That's it. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And that's it. Peace.